here, come here today to talk about the dispute that's been going on in Brighton and Hove in this last week. I'm sure you're all aware of the council pay disputes. To have some great local campaigners who've been doing some great work. And here on the stage I've got Rab McKenna, who's a GMB shop steward from the Cityclean depot at Hollingdean in Brighton, and Christine Robinson, who's a GMB worker and also the Vice Chair of the local Labour Party, and they're going to speak in a little while about the disputes that are going on locally. We've started today with a special extra speaker, and they're our guests from the GMB, and I think that Christine is actually going to speak first. And I think she's got something special to say, so I'm going to hand the mic over to her, because I think you've probably heard just about enough from me.
Thank you, Claire, and thank you very much for asking me here today. I'm not going to speak very long, because I've been talking all morning. I was just elected this morning for Vice Chair of the local Labour Party, and we touched very briefly. We've got a new organiser, and he touched very briefly on the Cityclean and what's going on locally with the Green Council. And I couldn't contain myself, as my colleagues at the back know, I can't keep my mouth shut sometimes. But I had to say something in that I stood up and I actually said, for anybody here in this Labour Party that can actually condone an up to £4,000 a year cut to council workers, I suggest you get up and leave now. So, on your seat, you'll find details about all the cuts that are going on, and with no further ado, I will hand over to my colleague, Rab McKenna.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Christine, for that. And thanks all for attending. First, I'd like to welcome anybody that's not from Brighton Hove to the city. However, I make no apologies for the states that you'll find the street cleanliness in at this time. This is down to one person and one person only, Jason Kitcat, the leader of this council. A few organisations I'd like to thank, obviously the LRC for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. The PCS union, Unison and Unite, because they've shown us some support for the action that we took during the week. I'd also like to thank Karen and Lucas, and this might sound strange for me to be thanking the Green MP when the Green Council was attacking my members in our workforce. But however, she has been up and spoke to her members and shown us that support, so I thank her for it. I'll also point out I'm not speaking to you on behalf of the GMB, I'm speaking to you as a member of the cycling workforce who's affected by these cuts. In 2009-2010, the council reduced our wages under single status because male colleagues were being paid considerably more than female colleagues. We accepted that, and that was the right thing to do at that time. However, 4 years later, we now find the Green Council is attacking our wages again under the guise of single status, and this is not true. We have a number of female staff who will suffer these cuts. You can't tell me it's a single status issue if you're taking money away from men and women. So it's a nonsense to say it's a single status issue, and I have seek legal advice on that. There is no way this council is doing this through single status. The union that represent myself and my colleagues have been in talks with the council over a number of months. However, these talks have not really been talks. It has purely been the council fishing to see what the unions were willing to give up before they made more cuts to their staff's wages. Not only are they cutting their wages, they're cutting their allowances. And by this, we're talking about people that use cars to do their job. I'm talking particularly about home care support workers. These are a vast majority of female staff who are having their allowance cut for using their own personal cars to carry out the job that they do. A very difficult job and a wonderful job they do of it. So again, for the Greens to disguise it as a single status issue, it proves it's a nonsense. Because again, they're the group of workers I've identified to you, mostly women and they're being attacked. Their money's being took away from them, but they're being asked to carry on using their cars. Well, we'll be asking them not to use their cars. If the council want to take it, the council need to buy the budget to do it. Right? This council saves 6.5 million in adult social care. So they've got money there. It's not a poor council. It's purely that Jason Kitcat and his friends in the Green Party, his Tory friends, are attacking this workforce. And other people in the council are suffering because the council want to attack your bin men, your street cleaners, and your recycling crews. So I'm going to ask you one thing. I'm going to ask the residents of Brighton Hove too. Would you sit back and let the council take £4,000 out of your pocket? Because I'm not letting them take it all behind. I'll give them one penny. I'll give them Penny Thompson, the chief executive. You can take Penny Thompson, you can send her back where she came from. That's the message from my members, my work colleagues. That's the member we want to send to the Green Party today. You want a penny, you've got her. Take her and get her. Get rid of her. Because that woman's here to destroy this council. And she's doing it. Her and Jason Kitcat doing a grand job destroying a grand city. Thanks very much.